If you're in the construction industry and you want to know exactly how to scale your trade business to 7 figures a month, I'm going to show you in this video exactly how to do it. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Andrei. I'm the owner of Elite Exposure, which is a marketing agency specifically for trades. And I actually have a trade background myself. I spent 5 years on the tools doing plumbing, gas fitting, and drain laying. I spent another 2 years doing sales, marketing, and operations for the company I used to work for, which was netting $1.3 million a month. And now I have this marketing agency where we have a few clients that are making 7 figures a month. And what I wanted to do is just break down exactly what we do that can actually scale a trade business to 7 figures a month. This isn't coming from a trade business's point of view. This is coming from a marketing point of view. So what I'm going to show you is exactly what you need to do to get so many leads into your business that you can actually sell 7 figures worth of revenue per month. And what I'm going to do is comment where I can on the business side of things. But for the most part, I'm going to show you exactly how to get as many leads as possible so that you can actually hit this mark. So in this video, I'm not going to show you exactly how to train a team, hire staff, all that sort of thing. All I'm going to show you is all the avenues of getting leads and how to do them specifically. This isn't going to be a video about how to hire staff, how to work out your profit margins, how to charge for jobs, or how to sell. This video is specifically going to be about how to get more new business in. All this video is going to be is how to get so many leads into your business that you have no choice but to scale. This video is going to showcase exactly what you need in terms of lead generation to actually hit this goal. And this is specifically going to be for consumers. So there's not going to be any B2B in this. It's all going to be related to homeowners. And what I'm going to do is create a playlist and record videos every single week about every section of this funnel so that you can watch each one, develop it into your business, and make a lot of money. So stick around, enjoy the ride, and find out exactly what you need to scale to 7 figures a month. What I wanted to do first is just go through a little bit of detail of exactly what you need first before you even tackle this, because I have worked with over 50 businesses now, and I can tell you exactly what makes a winner and what makes a loser. So the very first thing is understanding that money comes and goes. Now, I'm not saying you need to throw in $100,000 in investment to make this happen, but you need to understand that when you spend money, you make money. So if you want to be cheap and you don't want to spend any money or spend as little as possible to achieve this outcome, it's just not going to happen. What is going to happen is if you actually put time and effort and money into all of this, over time, your cost per acquisition to get a lead and close a job is going to go down over time, and you're going to make more revenue at the same time. So you might need a little bit of investment to get this started, which I will cover in each different video for each different section of this. Some things here are free, some things will cost money. That's just the reality of the world. But the sooner you understand that money comes and goes, and what you're doing here is actually investing in the business so you can get a bigger business, the more successful you're going to be. Another requirement of this is good quality photos. Now, you don't need a $3,000 camera with a $10,000 lens, but if you at least have an iPhone or a good Samsung that's relatively new, you can take really good photos of your work and your team that's going to make you stand out, because this is all a bit of a branding exercise as well as just general lead generation. But the best clients by far are the ones that have photos of their team and their work, because the number one issue trade businesses have is they just don't build enough trust with the homeowner. So the homeowner just goes to someone else instead. And that's not what you want. Another thing you need is A-level talent. Now, what I mean by A-level talent is there's A-level talent and there's B-level talent. If you want to be successful, it is in your best interest to hire the best people. I said I wouldn't talk about hiring and any sort of operations side of things in this video, but this is really important because I've seen businesses fail and I've seen businesses succeed. And I can tell you now, the ones that succeeded and made the most money and benefited the most are the ones that had a really good team. That comes down to the actual team that's fulfilling the job. So the plumbers, the sparkies, landscapers, whatever it might be. The actual staff, like the office staff that are calling these leads, doing admin stuff, the salespeople. If you want to sell, you need good salespeople. I'm not sure what to tell you. If you want to sell, you need good salespeople. You can have an average salesperson that will sell an average amount of jobs, or you can have a good salesperson that will sell a lot of jobs. So it's really up to you what investment you want to make. But when you have better talent that is really good at what they do, you will get to the 7 figures a lot easier than if you just hire the cheapest guys out there. Determination. Now, This does not happen overnight. So it is in your best interest to have a plan, which is the next part of this, and know that what you're doing is actually going to contribute to something in the future. If you're not determined and you're expecting this to happen overnight and you're not willing to work for it, it's just not going to happen. But you're building towards something greater in the future. If you don't have any determination, you may as well stop watching this video because it's just not gonna work out for you. Even if you hire a marketing agency to do all of this for you, there is still a little amount of work that you need to do to actually make this successful. And the most successful companies that I've worked with are the ones with owners that are actively engaged in both their operations side of things and their marketing. When you're engaged with both, everything is just a smooth running, well-oiled machine. Now let's run through every single piece of this funnel. Now, very quickly, I'm going to run through each piece and then I'm going to have a separate video for each specific piece. So this funnel you're looking at now, this is a broad overview. This is not the full funnel. The full funnel is going to get bigger and bigger, so you know exactly what to do at each step of the funnel when you've got a homeowner inquiring with you. So first of all, we all know this, word of mouth / referrals. These are by far the best leads because your close rate on these, if you're any good, will be 90%. So we want to get as many word of mouth referrals as possible. And the way you do this is by getting so many people into your funnel that they all close. And then once they're closed, you'll get more word of mouth referrals. So the only way to get more word of mouth referrals is to just have more word of mouth, get more customers. The next is partnerships. What I mean by partnerships is partnering with complementary services. So if you're a plumber and you have a building company that always supplies you with work, that's a partnership. So they are constantly giving you work. And you want to have these partnerships because it's just a consistent stream of income. You know the builder's always going to need a plumber at some point. So it's in your best interest to have as many partnerships as possible. So it's good if you have systems for cold emailing these guys. You can DM them on LinkedIn or even text messaging, or you could just call them and then you've got a referral and that'll go towards your bottom line. So partnerships is really important. It's basically just free work on demand if you get the right partnerships. Another thing you need is Google Maps. If you don't have Google Maps, how are homeowners supposed to find you? Because when they were looking for someone, especially local, if they just want a local plumber, they go to Google Maps and they look up plumber. And the one who's got the most reviews is usually going to get the job. So it's in your best interest to invest in your Google Maps listing. And this is something you can do for free, by the way. This doesn't even cost you any money. But the amount of good leads you can get from this are just going to be astronomical. SEO. Now, this is a very big topic. This is going to be a very big topic and video all by itself. But it is in your best interest to invest in SEO for your website because you're going to be ranking #1 for the best keywords, and whoever's ranked #1 is going to get the most traffic for that keyword. So if you're not investing in SEO, it is in your best interest to do so because you're going to get so many clicks to your website, you're going to get attention. And the whole point of this funnel is to get attention. The more attention you have, the more leads you get. SEO is in your best interest, and that'll just go to your website and then people will call you because you're the most trusted result according to Google. Facebook ads. This is a nice one because it's the most underrated one. Most people pour all their money into Google ads and they don't even consider Facebook ads. And you'll know what Facebook ads are. You see an ad on Facebook for a plumber, electrician, building, decking, whatever. It's in your best interest to invest in Facebook ads because it's just more traffic that can be utilized so that you can get leads and you can close a job. Google ads. Most of you are already going to know what Google ads are. Yes, it's expensive, but if you have the right landing page for each different service that you provide, Google Ads is a very cost-effective way of doing things, especially when you're bigger. You can spend more for each keyword, and it doesn't matter because you'll end up getting the job and future referrals. So it actually makes sense to spend more on Google Ads and just take out your competition in the local area because you'll just be outspending them on the clicks. So all the leads will just naturally go to you. Content. There is not a lot of trade businesses out there that actively make content, and you will be surprised how many leads you can get just by making stupid Instagram videos, YouTube videos, TikTok, and even Facebook videos. You have to understand that everyone is on Facebook, and if you provide content on these platforms, which for Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook will be entertaining, but if you make educational videos on YouTube, you are going to get a lot of leads that you're not even going to pay for. This is a huge mistake I see most trade businesses making, and they don't even utilize this at all. I've spoken to a plumber in Melbourne who has literally got 15,000 followers on his Instagram, and he's getting over 10 inquiries a day, and he's just by himself. He can't even handle these leads. So imagine what you could do for your trade business, getting an additional 10 leads a day with just a small following on Instagram. Next, we want to make some lead magnets. Now, again, this is a very, very underutilized way of getting leads for trade businesses because next to no one does it. I will be making a video on these lead magnets showing you what you need to do for the lead magnets to actually get leads and actually close them. Lead magnets are essentially a free piece of advice that you can give out to homeowners, which they'll download because it'll be educational, and then they will trust you over time because you've given out all this free advice and your brand name is just everywhere. The whole exercise here is getting people to know you, because not everyone will call you after seeing you once. Most people will call you after seeing you 5 to 7 times. So the more times you can get in front of people, the better you're going to be at getting leads. Email signups are basically the same as the lead magnets. It's someone just opting in on your website to get some more free piece of information. Landing pages and lead forms. So when you're running Facebook ads, you can run them just to a lead form because in most cases people understand what you do. But landing pages are very underutilized because when you're running paid ads, you want to be running landing pages instead of the website, which I will get to in a later video. But essentially landing pages are the best way to convert cold traffic into actual inquiries. If you use a website, you will get less inquiries and it's going to end up costing you more. Next is your website. Now, I have reviewed and looked at a lot of construction businesses' websites, and a good 90% of them aren't convincing enough for a homeowner to actually inquire with someone. So you might very well be getting leads, but you need to think very well about how many visitors are actually turning into leads, because if it's not high enough, this website is actually the biggest reason why construction businesses don't get enough inquiries, because their website is just not convincing enough. If you want to engage with someone or a business and you look at their website and it's terrible or it's not convincing enough, you're just going to end up leaving. Why would you not invest a little bit of money into getting a website that can actually drive serious amounts of traffic? We've got a super important section right now. Now we got a big problem here. Now that we got the lead, what do we do with it, right? So most businesses, they just call. Calling is good and all. A lot of people just don't answer the phone nowadays, especially with scam calls just through the roof nowadays. So you need to nurture them a little bit because again, most of this is cold traffic. So we need to find a way to actually get them to trust us more than what we're doing right now. So the way you do this is when you got your lead magnets, you send them through an email flow. You send them an email once a day, every 5 days. I'll break this down in a later video, but you want to send them emails to make them trust you. Same with text messages. It really doesn't cost you all that much to just send an automated text message to just let the customer know, yes, we got your details and we're going to call you soon. Sending text messages are very important and it's very cost effective for the amount of extra leads that you're going to close into jobs. Again, as well as text messages, we want to send the actual leads we got emails to just warm them up and let them know, why we're the best contractor to do the job, and here's the reasons why. Once we've got them to a point where they're nurtured a little bit and we've got a hold of them, now we need to determine, are they unqualified, are they qualified, or are they not interested? If they are unqualified, we can send them a referral offer to someone else that we know that might be able to fulfill the job instead. You can have partnerships with this where you do actually get paid for sending referrals someone's way. If you don't, this is something that will help the customer out and maybe they'll remember you in the future. You always want to send them a referral offer because you don't want to just leave it on a bad note and just say, oh, we can't help you, sorry, hang up. You don't want to do that. If you give them a place to go afterwards, it can really help your situation from branding point of view that you are nice people and you can help people out. If they are not interested, but they are a qualified prospect, we just send them back into an email flow over time, and eventually they might just very well come back. Even if it's a couple months later, when you do nothing with these leads, they're just lost leads. The money is completely down the drain. But if you send them through another process of qualifying them and getting them back into your funnel, you could very well turn this back into a closed job. So it's a lot of money that's wasted that most people do nothing with their leads. But if you do something with your leads, you might very well just end up with a job later down the line, and in most cases, this ends up being the case. If the customer is qualified, we want to send them to a warm-up page. And what this warm-up page is going to have is a VSL, so a video sales letter, letting them know, hey, we got your inquiry. I'm Brad, the owner of XYZ company. Thank you for inquiring with us, and we'll be with you shortly. This alone can seriously increase your conviction rate and your conversion rate, because no one does this. Literally no one. Even video testimonials of other clients that are happy with your work, that's a huge thing. So Google reviews are great and they help, but if you got video testimonials on top, that's even better. You can send them free video content from your YouTube channel, educating them on what process you do, why it's the case, and why it's good for you. That also helps. And then case studies, like written case studies about projects that you've done, as well as Google reviews. Once we're done with that, we got an appointment setter. A lot of you can sell stuff over the phone. Not everyone can. It requires a site visit. So you've got an appointment setter that's just setting the appointment for you to visit the job. You do your site visit, you send them a design or a quote, so quote approved, and then we've got job sold. Once the job is sold, you can send them another referral offer. Now this referral offer is going to be different. It's basically going to be, hey, we just did this job for you. Do you know anyone else that might need the same service? If you do, we'll give you $100 off at your local grocery store, and we'll give your friend $100 as well. So this referral offer is basically a way for you to get more leads without paying more in advertising. It's almost free. Obviously, you're giving something away. You can absolutely do this without giving something away, but when you give people an incentive to do it, your chances of actually getting it are much higher. And this is basically the entire funnel broken down as a broad overview. So if you're in the construction industry and you enjoyed this video and you want to see exactly how to scale your business to 7 figures, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button, because I'm going to be posting a video about each section of this funnel. And if you don't want to wait for those videos to come out and you want us to implement this system for you right now, you can actually book a call with my team below and we'll show you exactly how to do it.